This episode of Casual Friday is brought to you by lynda.com.
Their appearances, whether or not they wet the bed. There's plenty of ways you could judge a kid.
Okay, what's the Rome game from Microsoft? Rise?
Rise.
There's a Y in it, right?
Yes.
Rise.
Is that more appealing that they don't spell it like we spell it now?
Yes. Because when you Google it, it's something else.
Yes, that's true.
The
That's
first
the trick.
result won't be the free dictionary.
Are you getting at the fact that video game names are terrible?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Because I agree with you.
Although
Video game
Rise
names-
is probably a better, or at least a more original one than most.
I know, but I'm
ones
thinking
out there.
Rize. Or there was that, yeah, there was that video about crumping. I mean, that movie about crumping. I think it was Rise, but it was a Z.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you know why? Because I met one of the guys from that when I was at the launch of the 360. No one could ever understand this. I'm interviewing the guy who bought the first 360 because, God forbid, I don't know why that's an interesting interview. Anyway, we did. But there's this malevolent clown that is in the shop for no explainable reason because no one had any idea that there was this crumping that was going on earlier.
Adam, I don't know what crumping is, but I know the movie you're talking
Is
about.
that
I
an
just,
old
Isn't
people
that what
term?
the clowns that do the angry dance? Or is that a different thing?
So
Are you describing
Fable,
a real thing?
Fable Legends is a terrible name for a game. I got really angry at that.
You did.
I got legitimately angry. Do you know why I got angry? That's fine if they want to make more Fable games. Fable, Legend, they mean about the same thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, Fable's so self-referential and silly. I think they know. I think Lane.
No. I don't think so. I think there's somebody on a marketing team somewhere who needs to have their fingers slammed in a desk drawer the next time they try to type a word because they picked the wrong ones. I'm so mad about that.
Legends is gaining pop. You got Rayman Legends.
Everything is Legends, Origins, Revelations.
Within.
Within, I think you're grasping at straws there. Here, actually, hold on. I have a list. Let's see.
You made a list.
I did a very preliminary sweep.
Well, that's not casual.
Let's see. Dark. You got the Darkness, Darksiders, Darkstalkers, Dark Souls. Just plain dark. And then, of course, there's Dead. You've got Dead Island, Dead Space, Dead Block, Dead or Alive, Dead Rising. That's a few of them. And then there's Dust. I was just in the Ds. There's Dust 514. There's Dust and Elysian Tale. There's From Dust, and there's Dust Force. All of these came out in the last 5 years.
Well, it's not going to get any better the more games that come out.
I mean,
unless people start making up words.
I know there's people who sit around deciding what colors are going to be big for the year. But do you think there's a group that sits around going like, this is going to be like the word of the year?
It's the year of legends.
Like Dust. It's like, people are really into granular ephemera. So Dust is going to be hot.
See, Granular Ephemera sounds like a better name.
No. Actually, that sounds like, granular of ephemera, Castlevania, granular of ephemera. I mean, Castlevania subheadings are some of the most preposterous ones in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Japan.
Sorrow of Forgetting.
Symphony of the Night. That one's
Illusion of Your Mom, or...
Castle of the Vain.
Okay, so the game that I'm obsessed with because I think that is just indicative of what you're saying. For the Xbox One, there's a game called Brute Force. I mean, just give it 10 more minutes. Yeah, there was.
10 more minutes.
For the Xbox One?
For the Xbox One.
The new one that's coming out.
No, the original. Oh, see, the original Xbox.
Oh boy, no! Everything has gone wrong. I was having a conversation with our editor Max, and I was like, "Well, it's confusing. We complain about names being overused, but we got another Max anyway."
Wait, it's not the same guy. Oh.
Anyway, we're talking about. I was trying to remember the name of Dying Light, and
That's
I said
a hard one. I kept confusing that with Deadlight.
Yes.
And with the other one, what's the other?
I forgot about Deadlight on my list. Dead Rising. Yeah, there's
Dying. There's another
Light in
one.
August.
Well, Dying Light. I'm just like, why is? And then I realized there's also Daylight.
Daylight. That's what I was
There's also
thinking
Blacklight. There's Metro Last Light, and all of these names got brought up, and we couldn't remember the name of goddamn Dying Light. Because it's the most forgettable sounding name, and of course it's about zombies. So how would that possibly help you narrow it down?
Well, but then there's the one from Remedy, Quantum
Break.
Friends.
Quantum Break.
Quantum Break.
Quantum Break sounds like a candy bar from Futurama.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Actually.
And it's just like, because there's other Quantums that are out there, both games and otherwise. And I just, if you say Quantum, I'm not thinking Break's going to be the word that's going to follow that. I'm thinking mechanics.
I think that's part of that whole like word bank of like cool sounding words
Yeah.
that are like dark and mysterious.
So what's funny is Quantum of Solace, the James Bond movie.
Oh, God, it was terrible.
Oh, shut up! It was good. I liked
it's
it.
awful.
I liked it. Anyway, the point is,
Roger Moore would have been embarrassed to be in
you
that one.
shut your damn mouth, Adam Sessler. Quantum of Solace. The only thing in that movie besides James Bond that was really based on anything that Ian Fleming ever wrote was the title, which was taken from a short story Ian Fleming wrote that is literally James Bond at a dinner party, and this guy is talking about how his marriage failed. And it's like a 30-page story just about this man being like, yeah, and then she started going to the country club more often, and this James Bond is just listening with a drink in his hand. And the whole point of the story is that this guy didn't show her the quantum of solace, or the smallest amount of the smallest amount of kindness that you can express to someone. The point is, I think it's funny that it's like it sounds so badass, but it's like that's rooted in like marital relations.
I haven't read this one, but I like how like Ian Fleming wrote a James Bond story as if it was written by Raymond Carver. It's just people having a talk and something unpleasant is unearthed in the process.
Yeah, he blows up a boat in the beginning, but otherwise it's about a dinner party. But yeah, I mean, it's like it sounds all futuristic, and you're like, oh, that's one of those new James Bond things they made up for the.
No, he just wants a little bit of
9/11.
peace. Just a little bit of peace.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get games that start doing the like thing where they just go back to the original name, like Xbox. I mean, it's Xbox One, but a lot of people were predicting that it would be called Xbox.
Yeah.
What if like the next Rayman game is just called Rayman?
And what if it becomes Assassin's Creed Origins?
And actually, this brings us back to the topic of Fable, because there is another game that already exists called Fable Legends.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Ugh.
It's from Big Fish Games.
Oh. Is there a Fable Origins?
No.
Or is that the HD one? Are they calling it that or something? They're doing the HD one.
I think it's not just Fable Pretty.
It's Fabler. I don't know. I just
Fabled.
yeah. I just it hurts. The naming thing really hurts.
Is there a game called Epic? I mean, how about that? How about like we just kind of give up?
There's the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot.
Yeah, but see, that's kind of
That's actually kind of
self-reflexive.
Actually, one of the more
I like
original
that.
names.
yeah, that one's actually kind
I'm
of sticks
thinking,
out.
why not? Let's take the Occam's razor theory. Let's just take things from the back of the box and just make that into the title. So it's
Like Far Cry. Far Cry is a great example. I love that they have, or BioShock. Like those are great franchises because they're really not that grounded in any one concept. I mean, it's the style of gameplay and the sort of idea that the same people are working on it. But as far as like the cohesive thread goes, there's really not a whole lot there.
How about if it's a sequel, like Fable? They won't worry about the numbers coming up with something. It's just a Fable you've never played before, because some asshole's going to say that about the game at some point when they're doing a presentation. So screw it. Just make that the
Call
title.
it New Fable.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. The New Adventures of so and so. I mean, that's what bugs me about video games is so often they're in this kind of desperate panic to like reach out to the person who's maybe going to buy them and explain what they are, and that's why you get Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, right? It's not about firemen. They have a Call of Duty too. It's about Modern Warfare.
It's about World War II.
Right. No, it's modern. I mean, they have to. It's literally a genre. It's explaining what it is.
Well, remember,
It's Black Ops.
Halo was Combat Evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Because they had to explain it. Because Halo, they're like, it's about angels. No.
Then you have 5 million prequels named Origins.
I have a lot of respect for Dishonored and Sleeping Dogs for being...
Sleeping Dogs, I mean...
That's a kick-ass name for
It's
a
a
game.
great name, but man, that's clearly a name that didn't get to the marketing team fast enough. Because I don't see how that may... I don't see how to market with it.
Why can't we... I hate that with all of like the SEO stuff, all of the annotations and the linking and the things that you can do to drive your game, we still are falling back on just the semantics. Like it drives me up the wall. I mean, I think Far Cry is really a fantastic example because it really is. The hell does it have to do with anything? It doesn't describe it. It's a far cry from something. They don't try and relate it.
You're far away.
You're far away.
It's a
You're on an
far-
island, I guess.
And then you're crying because malaria. I don't know.
Somebody needs to make one of those porn name generators for video games.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I bet you someone has.
And
know
I
what?
wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the answers actually turn out to be real video game names.
I think we have one of those. It's called EA.
Ooh. Medal of Honor Warfighter.
Now that you've had the opportunity to watch three people try to avoid working, why not you support Casual Friday and pick up an interesting and very useful skill? Lynda.com is an online learning company with more than 77,000 video tutorials that teach software, creative skills, and business skills. Membership starts at $25 per month and provides an unlimited 24/7 access to top quality video courses taught by expert instructors with real-world experience. New courses in programming, design, photography, 3D, and animation are added every week, and the training library keeps pace with today's fast-changing technical and software skills. Try out lynda.com for free for 7 days and support Casual Friday just by visiting lynda.com/casual.